Sorry ass DJ.
So let's start this video about measures of central tendency and how to get the weighted mean. And when we say weighted mean, it is a type of mean calculated by multiplying the weight with a particular outcome with its associated quantitative outcome and then summing all the products together. Like for example, you wanted to have an evaluation of your employees' performance, and one of the best example is to find the grade point average or GPA of students like us, because when we say mean, it is the average of score of a distribution. So for our task, we are going to find the grade point average or GPA of Jerry using the given grading system of his school and his grades. And then, we are going to round it to the nearest 100. And to be able to get the weighted mean, of course, we need to have our formula. So our formula is weighted mean is equal to the summation of all given x multiplied to its corresponding w, and divide it to the summation of all given w. And for us to easily comprehend this formula, let's define the meaning or terminologies of each symbol or mathematical expression. First, we have this symbol, which is a Greek letter sigma, represents a traditional symbol or mathematical expression which means summation of multiple terms, or the sum of all given numbers in a set. And when we say sum, of course, the operation will be addition. Next, we have the X symbol, which is the given score or grades received by Jerry per subject, followed by a dot, meaning multiply. As you can see, there's a dot in the middle of X and W. So we will multiply the X to W. So it will become X times W. But what is W? So W is what we call the weights, the given grading system or course units per subject. Like for example, in grading system of college, we have this term called units per subject. In mathematics in the modern world, for example, we have 3 units. So in this particular formula, 3 units or 3 is the example of weights. So the next symbol is this line, which means divided by or division. And lastly, we have this symbol below, sigma W, which means the summation of all given weights, because as I've said, W is our weights. So we're going to count the total sum of units per subject of Jerry, and that will be our divisor. And once again, our formula is weighted mean is equal to the summation of all Jerry's grade multiplied to its corresponding course units, and then divide it to the summation or total sum of his units in all subjects. Now let's enumerate our given and let's find the solution. Our first given is the grading system implemented in Jerry's school. So we have this. And then we have Jerry's grade, as his score or grades will be our given X, and the weights, which is his course unit, will be our given W. So for our solution, let's convert Jerry's grade into numerical form, so we could start the computation. Because if you may notice, Jerry's school uses codes in their grading system. So they have A negative, B positive, B negative, C positive, C negative, D positive, D negative, and F as their codes. And each code has its corresponding equivalent. Now let's start to convert it one by one. For English, he got a grade of A with 4.00. For Anthropology, he got a grade of A with 4.00 as well. For Chemistry, he got a grade of B with 3.00. French subject having a grade of C positive with 2.33. And lastly, for Theater, a grade of B negative with 2.67. And now we have all the given X as his grade and all the given W as his course units.
So since we already have our given and solution, let's start to compute it using the formula. Again, our formula is weighted mean is equals to summation of all given x, which is the weights or the course unit per subject. Then, we were going to divide it to the summation of all given weight or the total sum of course units. Now, let's translate this formula into numerical form. So, we will copy this formula. Again, this is the formula. Then, the first term will be English subject with 4.00 times 3 as its course unit plus the second term will be the anthropology with 4.00 times 3 plus as its course unit as well. The third term is the chemistry with 3.00 times 4 as its course unit plus the fourth term is the French subject with 2.33 times 3 as its course unit, and the last is fifth term will be the theater with 2.67 times 2 as its course unit. Then we will divide it into 15. So where is this came from, this 15? Again, based on formula, we are going to divide it to the summation of all the given weights or the total sum of course units, which is 15. That's why we have 15. Now, let's start the computation step by step. Let's copy this sign, then let's start with the first term. 4.00 times 3 is equals to 12.00 plus 4.00 times 3 is equals to 12.00 again plus 3.00 times 4 is equals to 12.00 plus 2.33 times 3 is equals to 6.99 plus the last term is 2.67 times 2 is equals to 5.34. So, let's add them all and the answer will be 48.33. And again, copy this 15 below. So, now let's divide 48.33 divided by 15 and the answer will be 3.222. But since our task is to round it to the nearest hundreds, the grade point average of Jerry will be 3.22. Now, why don't you try to get your GPA? And that's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening.
And to wrap it up, allow me to leave you with this quote from William Paul Thurston saying, "Mathematics is not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It is about understanding." So understanding is the key for today's video. And I thank you.